Happy New Year! Oh, that was scary. Louder. I warned you.
To be fair, I wouldn't have had to be mean if you would have stopped and just thought about your decision for 2 seconds.
Anyways, Bruiser and I are here because we are taking up Christina's challenge from Teach Like a Girl. She created a video a couple days ago where she sort of like reviewed 2017 and then talked about her goals for 2018 and challenged other people to do it so that when we get to January 2019 or like New Year's Eve or whatever, we can do a reaction video. So I think that's like the coolest idea ever. So let's dive in. Okay,
obviously,
so
you didn't get any better at video recording today.
Okay, Brandon, we get it.
Alright, now we can start.
2017 was a pretty big year for me. I did a lot of things. Meanwhile, Brandon was here at the apartment, but I was really busy, so holding down the fort. The biggest change in 2017 is that I left my first teaching job. So I taught middle school choir for 2 years, and I thought that I really liked it. Turns out that your students can actually be happy to see you and smile. So that's been a welcome change this year, teaching elementary. And I know that's an age thing. Well, middle schoolers are just really surly. And I just thought that was normal, but that's just a middle school thing apparently. But yeah, I taught 6th through 8th grade, and I liked my job. I liked the staff. I left for reasons other than the students or the staff. But the whole process was really stressful. I went on a bunch of different interviews at a bunch of very different districts. Ended up getting a teaching job in the district that I graduated from, which is like where I always wanted to teach anyways, because it's a giant district. I mean, if you live in Ohio, you can probably guess where I teach, but for sake of not saying it right out, it's a giant inner city school district. Well, actually it's very broad. We have like, I want to say 70 schools or something ridiculous like that, 60 or 70 schools. So ranges pretty much everywhere throughout the city, but I teach right in the middle of the inner city at a neighborhood school. I teach K-6 music now. The whole interview process for everything was super stressful. This interview for this specific school actually was the least stressful of all of them, which is probably not ironic. But yeah, I'm really happy I switched. I'm much more happier at the elementary level. My annoying enthusiasm is appreciated there, and my students are just silly. Like, I never taught K-3 until this year, so that was sort of terrifying, being left alone with 25 kindergartners on my first day of school and expected to teach them. And the kids that I had the first day of school in kindergarten were the students where half of them are Nepali and come to school speaking no English. So quite an interesting experience, but I really love it now. I don't think I could go back to teaching middle or high school because I really like elementary. So that was sort of jumping around because I guess really the job process, I was already applying for jobs in like December, January of last year. So I didn't get this job till April, and then I told my students at the middle school in May and then started in August. So it was a long process of transitioning and all that stuff. I mean, I had really put a lot into the school that I left. I had repainted the entire room and all this stuff, and Brandon said true because Brandon helped me, and I didn't really plan on leaving, so it was all very stressful. Last February, I had a huge honor. I spoke at the Ohio Music Education Association conference, professional development conference, which is the second largest music education conference in the country, next to Texas. And I've been involved with, it's called OMEA. I've been involved with it since college. I was our Ohio Collegiate Chapter President for my school, for my university, Kent State, and then I also got elected to the state board for the collegiate, so I was one of 5 elective collegiate representatives at the state level, so that was really cool. So then being able to go back as a professional and speak at it was just super exciting, and I hope to do it again next year, definitely. Last year, right at the beginning of the year, I mean technically it was 2018, but it really wasn't because it was the end of December, but Brandon and I got got our first apartment, which is hella exciting. We just paid off our living room furniture and we just ordered new bedroom furniture, which will be here next week, so that's gonna be super exciting, so stay tuned for that. But we are making money moves, faux show. But we are making money moves, faux show. But we are making money moves. In the winter, spring of 2008, wait, what year? 2017. I did something really fun and I got to play trumpet with our competitive show choir, and I used to play, like, I almost went to college to be a band teacher. I had to choose if I wanted to do trumpet or voice, if I wanted to teach band or choir, and I decided that choir in elementary was more my forte, so I sort of had to quit trumpet in college. There wasn't really enough time for me to do everything, but it was really exciting to get to play for the show choir. Very stressful though, because I hadn't played in so long, and I was jumping right in with our top high school players, so definitely stressful, but it was really fun to jump back into that instrument. In 2017, I also got way more serious about my fitness coaching business, which was awesome. I ended up earning a trip to New Orleans and earning my it's called Success Club trip. It's for people who are successful. I earned it. It's a 1 week, no, 5 day, Thursday to Monday, 5 day, 4 night, all expenses paid trip to Riviera Maya in April of this upcoming year. So I get to take my mom, or this current year I guess, because it's January 2nd, I get to take my mom on that trip, and that's just because I've done a really good job as a fitness coach this year. I've enrolled over 50 clients and it's just been super rewarding helping people reach their fitness goals. I have girls who have lost over 100 pounds, and that's just been a really passionate hobby of mine this year. And I will say Brandon had his first law internship, which was very exciting, and during the summer on my break, in addition to doing my jobs that go on all year, I also got to go to my first live my first live personal development event. I went to see Danny Johnson's conference, and it was like seriously life-changing. If you ever have a chance to see Danny Johnson speak, or Tony Robbins, or any of those personal development speakers, I would highly recommend it, because it was just a huge game changer for me in my business, in my personal life, and everything like that. But most excitingly, in 2017, I started my YouTube channel. So I got a camera in May. I have the Sony something A5000 or something. It has a flip up screen and it's pink and it's very cute. But I got it last May after I edited my first vlog with my GoPro to see if I liked it, and I did. And then I started shooting a couple things in the summer, mostly DIY teacher things, toolboxes and stuff like that. And then in August, when I started school, I started vlogging every single week, and so that's been something that I've really enjoyed doing. It's sort of cool because now I have a diary of video memories, because I record pretty much everything. I mean, not everything obviously, but it'll be fun to look back on it, especially at the beginning of next school year, watching my video from the beginning of this school year and being like, whoo, I feel so much better about myself now. I mean, hopefully I do. So yesterday on January 1st, I made my 2018 vision board, which I need to put in a frame because some of the stickers are peeling off, so that's cool. But I will tell you everything on it, except for maybe a couple things that are sort of personal. My word for 2018 is relax, which probably sounds crazy, but I'm someone who thrives on being busy and having a lot of jobs, and this year I want to learn how to be more intentional about relaxing, reading books, just de-stressing, not necessarily just binging on Netflix, but being intentional about decompressing, because I don't do that well. I want to get back into my blog, because I actually own the website teachingandpearls.com. I bought it 2 years ago or something, and I used to post blog posts on there. I don't know if I'll get back to writing blog posts, but I definitely want to start putting my videos on there and just different tools, so that I have that platform sort of as an all-in-one platform for my Teaching and Pearls, little, I guess you call it brand, but I don't know. I want to be accepted to speak at our music ed conference again for 2019, so I'll apply for that this summer, and hopefully I'll get accepted. I want to attend another personal development event, maybe Danny Johnson or maybe Tony Robbins, I haven't decided yet. And I want to read at least 24 new books, which is a lot more than I read this year, although this year I read much more than I have in years past, so we're getting there. And I want to visit New York. I've never been there before, and now one of my BFFs lives there, so I think I just really want to go. I just have never been, and I feel like it's somewhere you have to go. I want to spend more time with my family, babysit my goddaughter more, because I really have only babysit her like a handful of times, even though she lives here. I want to finish this new 80-day fitness program that I'm starting in January. It's gonna be really hard. It's 80 days of completely different workouts and meal plans, and it's gonna be stressful, but I think if I stick to it, I'll prove a lot to myself, and I'll have a lot of really good results, and I'll just feel better. So that's something I'm really working towards at this particular moment. I want to save money. I want to end the year with $10,000 saved, which sounds crazy, but if I am intentional about my money and about my spending and about how much work I'm putting into my little side businesses, it's definitely possible. I also want to pay off all my credit cards, not my student loans, because I'm waiting for the government to forgive those in 7 years, but I want to pay off all my credit cards. So I just thought this video was a really cool idea. It'd be awesome to make a new one in 2019 and be like, yep, did all that stuff, because those are some good goals. So if I could achieve those, I'd be super proud of myself. Maybe I'll make a video like halfway through the year, like an update on how I'm doing on these. Oh, I also didn't mention that I will be going on a mission trip to Nepal, because one of the highlights of 2017 was my mission trip to Nicaragua, which I think I skipped over. I'm going on a mission trip to Nepal. I want to make more of a point of reading my devotional every day and making sure that I get to church or watch church weekly, because our church is streamed online. So if you've watched this whole video, I super appreciate it. I would love to hear some of your goals, so leave them in the comments below, or make your own video like this, because this was such a good idea. I'll link Christina's YouTube channel below so you can check out her original video, but be sure to subscribe, because I post teaching videos and lifestyle videos every week, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Happy New Year.